That's right, man. Welcome back to the last Bowfishing Buzz podcast of the 2024 season, Schmitty.
And we are sneaking in here on the very last day, December 31st. Yep.
We just ran out of time here. We were busy. We had our Christmas party. You were under the weather for a couple days, and I was off a bunch there during Christmas.
Yep.
And we're finally back and ready to give you...
We're ready to rock and roll.
We are ready because we are sponsored by AMS Bowfishing and...
MegaMouth Bowfishing as well. Sponsors here too, NDesigns, embroidery, and leatherwork. E-FISH-N-SEE Bowfishing Lights by Outdoor Innovations USA.
Nice lights.
Bringing you back for episode 93, the last one, like we said, of 2024. 2025 is knocking on the doorstep. They're here. It is here, ready to rock and roll. And we've got kind of a cool podcast in store for you guys. Matt and I were kind of game planning. Yesterday we had a little sales meeting that we had to go down to and do some things in southern Wisconsin. We were kind of talking about what we were going to do on the podcast today. So I think we got some pretty cool stuff lined up here, Matt.
Yes, sir. Yep. Resolutions for 2025, baby.
2025 Bowfishing Resolutions. And our top moments from 2024 as well.
Yep. And the cool thing is, like, we're going to be listing off the people that submitted their resolutions.
Yeah, we made a post on AMS and MegaMouth Facebook pages yesterday, and
we've got your names here.
If you commented them, we're gonna share them. And there was a couple of really good ones. That was really cool to see all those come in there. I'll tell you what, Matt. You want to kick it off and relive the year that we just had and list our top 3 Bowfishing or AMS or MegaMouth moments of the year.
This is my top 3.
Are they in order?
Are they in order
from?
No, they are not.
Okay, gotcha.
No, they are not.
Gotcha.
One of my highlights last year, Schmitty, was bowfishing with the Slockmaster.
Oh yeah, that was
Tim
cool.
Wells.
That was awesome.
And blow darting my first fish.
That was pretty slick.
We had a blast.
That was fun.
That was a lot of fun.
I still can't
what a great day it was.
I can't get over how well those tiny barbs on those darts held those fish. That was nuts.
Yeah.
That was crazy. Crazy.
Yeah.
And my favorite part about that is when we had that one roll up.
Oh, yeah.
Just this big buff. They're pushing, spawning.
Yeah.
Males on the female. The female just porpoises herself.
Yep.
Not 3 feet in front of the boat.
And I'm a rookie blow darter now.
And Matt goes, and he's got it lined up. He goes, and that dart just barely limply makes it out the end of the dart gun and just goes right down into the water. We all had a moment where we just all looked at each other and laughed.
Froze. That was a big buff. That's right.
That was a good fish. Yeah, but then you kind of got into a rhythm, and you were really darting them down.
And another funny part on that too is when Tim shot one first, and then he said, "Here you go. I want you to shoot one now."
Yep.
So I was practicing a little bit there and trying to figure out how much air to blow through that dart, to get good penetration. And I remember in that one, you're recording, and Tim was off to my left there, and a carp comes in, and he turns broadside, and I'm already in. This is a great impact shot. You're right over my shoulder, and I go, and it goes.
Yeah.
And Tim goes, "You don't got enough power there to penetrate a marshmallow."
Yes. Yep. That was pretty cool. It was
just a fun day to be on the water. And I've known Tim for a long time. Never was able to bowfish with them.
Yeah.
And to be able to have on the boat and bowfish, we just had a great time. We had a lot of conversations.
Oh yeah.
And just talking. Yep. And just really having a good time. What bowfishing is meant to be.
Yeah,
having a good time on the water.
I remember that day too. There was you were using the dart gun, and you put your dart in the wrong way.
Oh,
you started to, and Tim saw it. He goes, "You better take that out of there. That's fixing to not end well if you inhale that right now to bring it down the tube."
Right.
I'm like,
yeah. We don't want to do that.
Matt's vocal cords will be shot for the podcast if that happens.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Bowfishing Buzz.
Exactly. Yep. So, do you want to do all yours, or should we go every other?
You can go ahead and do all yours.
All right. So, top 3 moments from 2024. Matt, sometimes like something happens to you, and it's like a bad thing when it happens to you, but then you look back on it later and you kind of laugh and giggle about it a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Do you know where I'm going with this one?
Did it happen to you or me?
It happened to me. It happened to all of us that were there. It happened to me, Corey Brossman, you, and Brody, but it mainly happened to me.
Boy, I'm
all right.
I'm stumped here.
So we had
the big 20.
Yep. here in May. The week after, a couple days after, you, myself, Corey, and his son, Brody, went and we shot some fish on Green Bay.
Yep.
Here in Wisconsin. We always tend to do that, go somewhere and shoot some fish.
Yep.
So we get to the boat launch. Everything's going smooth. I got the camera out. I'm recording Brody. Actually, I was interviewing Brody, asking him a couple questions on the evening.
Oh, I know where this is going.
The boat is loaded up with all of our gear, and we just have it sitting in the launch.
Yeah.
You know, because we're doing all this pre-recording stuff for an episode that we're going to make and whatever. Corey and Brody are obviously great at being in front of the camera. So we're running this whole process here.
Yep.
All of a sudden, another boat pulls in. So then that kind of cuts our whole... We got to put the boat in,
right,
and we'll film when we're out in the water, whatever.
Yep, because we're taking up the spot.
Yeah, we're literally parked in the 1-lane launch.
Yeah.
You know, so...
Yep.
So we kind of, oh, crap, here comes another boat. We got to hurry, get all the stuff in the boat. You know,
Right.
Corey was in the truck. You were in the boat. I was filming, doing the whole, boat backing down the ramp and everything. And so you back the boat up, and Corey goes, and he pulls up to park, and all of a sudden you go, oh, he says, tell Corey to come back with the trailer. The plug is not in the boat. And I look in there, and for people that don't know, our plug hole on our boat is huge. It's like the size of your fist almost.
2.5 3-inch hole.
Yeah, it's a big one.
Yeah.
Water is pouring
in
into the boat.
Yep. Bilge pump cannot keep up.
Bilge pump not keeping up. That thing is burning up.
Yep.
And I think the problem is that ramp is goofy. He couldn't quite back that trailer in.
There's boulders around there.
Yes.
So you can't drive off of that point into the water.
Yeah, so it makes it tough. So this whole thing
very
is
small. It's not made for... It's made for a canoe launch.
Yeah, it's not necessarily made for what our rig
It's not made for a
size.
20-foot boat.
Yeah. Yep. So we couldn't get the trailer down to the boat, and now we're starting to get worried. That boat is sliding. You have it pinned up against the shore.
Yeah.
Water's pouring in. The boat is slowly sliding down the boat ramp because it's getting heavier and heavier and heavier and heavier. All of our gear is inside the boat. Finally, I looked up at Matt and I said, do you just want me to go back there and freaking put the plug in and just get down in there and swim around in there and find it and put it in there? And you said, I remember you said, I think we have to.
Yeah.
Go. So you gave it to me. I jump in. I'm down there. I got water up to probably my nipples, and I'm feeling around for this hole. I find it. I put the plug in. I secure it, and I get up. I'm like, okay, all right, we're good. We're good for now.
Mm-hmm.
We get back up, and I'm looking. I'm like, and right before I jumped in, I put all my phone, my backpack, which had a bunch of gear in it and whatever, clothes, extra clothes, up on the deck.
Yeah.
In the commotion of the boat being pinned to shore and me being back there in the movement, whatever, it all fell into the pit. And the pit had a foot of water in it. All of my stuff just completely destroyed. I remember we're like, where's my phone?
Where's your phone?
Where's my phone? And then all of a sudden, down in the corner, I got a Snapchat, and all you see is you just see a notification of a glowing phone
light
down
up
in the water.
down under the water.
Yeah, so that it eventually took a crap on me. It was not good. Milwaukee battery, all my clothes. I was so wet that whole night. Then I got cold. Oh, I was so cold. But as bad as it was in the moment, I look back on that and laugh. That was kind of a fun little 2024 memory for me.
Here we were all in a hurry to get the boat in so the other boat could put in, and we ended up making it a longer wait for them.
Yeah, oh yeah. And then they're sitting there like, they were very understanding. They're like, oh, it happens, man. But they got to see a hell of a show.
Oh, yeah.
I tell you what. I come out just dripping wet. Oh my gosh.
That was a good time.
Yep. So that's number 3 on my list. All right. Let's hop back to you.
All right. And another one of my highlights was the Jared Ashmore Youth Tournament
that's always so
this
cool.
past season.
Yeah.
We took out Tori Lovett and Bella Redden. And we set goals for these young ladies before we went out for the tournament. They each shoot their 5-fish limit. They laugh, smile, and stay awake.
There you go.
All right?
Yep.
And mission accomplished.
Well, that's awesome. That's so cool.
Each one of them shot 5 buffs. We laughed. We took pictures. We had a great boat ride at nighttime, and they stayed awake.
That's amazing. That's more than I can't stay awake.
Because that's a grueling, time for those kids. They're not going. They're getting back home at 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, especially when they're not used to like an all-night boat fishing. They're not boat fishing every night like that. They got school and other stuff to do and whatever. And that was pretty cool.
Right.
And I always, we talk about this too, but that tournament is so cool. It's so well run. It's all about the youth.
Yep.
I don't think a kid leaves that tournament without some kind of
so many
prize.
prizes.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yep. So that's one of my highlights.
Okay. Number 2, this one's a little bit off script, I'll be honest with you, but it's something that I love that we did here at AMS and MegaMouth. If you've bought a reel from us in the last 6 months, that reel has had hardened gearing in it. The original MegaMouth reel, we machined all the gearing here on our Hanwha lathe. It's built like a tank, don't get me wrong, they're very strong, but we added one more element to try to make that reel even better, and we actually send those stainless gears, so it's the bevel drive gear and the pinion gear that's in that reel, and the transmission. We send those out to be heat treated.
Yeah.
They're insanely strong now.
Right.
We don't have any rounding gearing anymore on a reel that's 3 or 4 years old. We did some serious testing here. I
was going to say exactly. We did a year of testing on that.
Yep. We were shooting them
in the field.
One of the best tests that I actually found was here in the shop. I would tie a reel to one of our big arrow racks. And keep in mind, these arrow racks hold 8 bins, and all of those bins are filled with maybe 200 or 300 fiberglass arrows. And I would drag that thing around, trying to see if I could get it to damage.
Yeah.
And I remember cracking that reel open after doing that for a half hour, engaging the reel, pulling the whole 9 yards. And I remember opening up that reel and being like, holy, here we go, baby. This thing is going to be insane.
Right.
So to me, getting those hardened gears in that MegaMouth reel to make that thing even better, that was definitely a highlight of mine for 2024.
Cool. Yeah.
Yep.
Innovative,
always trying to advance and make it a little bit better than what it was.
Yep. That's cool.
Yep.
That's cool. And then another one of my highlights is the 2024 Big 20.
Okay. Gotcha.
It's always a highlight. It's always a goal to always make it very well ran.
Yep.
And our whole crew here at the AMS shop that helps run this, from weigh-ins to registrations to parking to leaving the boat, leaving the fairgrounds, the industrial park here, to clean up. Man, it's just
weigh-ins the next morning, getting everybody in and out.
One of the best tournaments, I believe.
Yeah.
In the nation.
We're well seasoned. And I think everybody that is working the tournament now has been working the tournament for a long time.
Right.
So we know the ins and outs. We know where a problem could pop up, and we're pretty darn efficient.
Right. And believe it or not, we're trying to even make it more efficient next year. We know what to do.
Yes, we do. And it would make weigh-ins. I don't even want to say this, because if it doesn't happen, I'm going to be just pissed. We like to pride ourselves on how fast we make our weigh-ins. Yeah. Weigh-ins could be 3 times faster next year.
Yeah.
We just got a little bit of some logistical things that we need to figure out on how we could be able to pull it off. But the idea is there.
Yeah.
So that could be really cool.
We could get you guys in and out of weigh-ins in 5 minutes.
Yep.
Each boat.
Easy.
Weighing all your
weighing all your 20 fish, all your category fish, whatever you need, in and out. Yeah. Very quick.
So we're working on that.
Yep.
I mean, we're super efficient right now.
It's fast now, absolutely.
But man, if we could make that a little bit quicker,
that would be fantastic. My last memory, Matt, of 2024. I'm actually surprised you didn't have this one on your list. Is when we went to Idaho. And shot butterfly carp.
Absolutely.
That whole trip was just a very memorable. Down to obviously Travis and Jenny were fantastic. Yep. We got our buffalo carp. Butterfly, excuse me, our butterfly carp. What did I say? Buffalo? Yeah, we flew out to Idaho to shoot some buffs. No, we got our butterfly carp. One of the things, even past that, was the hospitality that we had out there was just insane. Travis and Jenny were so generous.
Yep.
We went, I forget their name. Dave was the guy's name. I think it was the guy's name. I forget his wife's name.
Yep.
But they had a house on the lake that we went to one night, and they made us a huge steak dinner.
Oh, jeez.
And she had those pads of butter in the shape of a carp.
Yeah.
It was just really cool. The weather, as bad and cold as the weather was, I'll remember that forever. Yep. Fishing in a blizzard, your line starts to freeze because it's so cold, but that was definitely one of mine as well.
And right now I'm working on Carbon TV season 4 episodes right now.
Yep.
So that trip we did that back in March of this year.
Okay. Yep.
So that was a long time ago. We've done a lot of stuff since then.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And when I started putting that together and all that stuff, it brought back
the memories.
Oh,
yeah.
Yep. Because there's a lot of footage that I didn't see that I get to start seeing now once I start editing this.
Yeah, because
we get together.
We had Jana with us, and Heath, her cameraman, lays down some fantastic footage.
Yeah. Yep. So being able to put that together and remembering all the rides up and down the river in the snow and the geese that were and the snow geese and our excitement when you shot the first one and everything. And
yes,
it was a neat trip.
Yeah. I'll remember that one forever. Very cool. Very cool. So,
yep. Now, we also have. Did you come up with some resolutions?
Oh yeah, I got some resolutions for 2025.
I'll let you start out now on the resolution part of this.
Now, my first resolution for the 2025 bowfishing season. When I first say this, you're going to think I'm crazy.
Crazy. You are crazy.
Okay, so here we go. My number one resolution for 2025 is to shoot a bigger buff. To shoot a bigger buff in 2025 than Matt in Wisconsin. I limited it down because you've got too many connections elsewhere that you could go beat me. But in 2025, my goal is to shoot a bigger buff than you in our home state of Wisconsin.
Are we going to put a bet on this?
What do you want to put on it?
What do you want?
Okay, how about this?
Okay.
Whoever shoots the bigger buff gets to choose the outfit.
Now, okay.
I knew this was going to be.
Back in early December, we had our AMS Christmas party.
You're getting off track.
Okay.
We got to get back on track.
We went and had a wonderful meal. I had halibut. Oh, my gosh, it was amazing.
Yep.
And after our meal, we all went to a bowling alley.
Yep.
And we were bowling. And to make it fun, Derek and I were on different teams. We bet $10 a game or something like that.
That was the first two games was $10 a piece.
Yep. After that, the last game was whoever lost had to wear a Grinch outfit during the podcast. All right? Mm-hmm. The first game, you smoked me. You had you
That was my best
me.
game. That was my best game by far.
And then the old lattes started kicking in, I think.
Oh, no way.
I think the old I should say Miller Lights because you were not a latte guy. You were drinking Miller Lights.
I was drinking lattes.
Oh, were you?
Yep, I was.
Okay, maybe that's what it was.
Maybe it was.
Maybe the lattes are too strong for you.
Oh yeah, that was it. my systems used to Miller and the Busch Light.
Let's just say I crushed Schmitty the last game, and he is up here right now without a Grinch outfit on.
Okay, this is everything for the viewers. Did you lose? I lost. Okay, but I have two things that I need to bring up. One, you should have been in charge of getting me the Grinch costume.
That wasn't part of the plan.
That
was not part of the bet.
I have to be humiliated enough.
I texted you a picture of a costume at Walmart.
It was crazy, too. It was pretty
cool.
Had
a big head and everything. It was pretty cool looking.
Yep. So that happened. But what Matt is not telling you is that we had a side bet to that main bet.
No. This bet was made 3/4 of the way through, which Derek always has to throw these in to offset the real bet.
Man, I tell you what, you're a great guy, but you're a sore loser, buddy.
No,
this is not good. Stephanie Drexler, who works here at AMS, she chimes in. She goes, if I beat both of you, you both have to dress up on the podcast. Guess what she did? She beat us both, and Matt is not in costume today, so why should I be in costume?
All right, so.
Okay, yeah. No,
with that.
Yeah, okay. Yep.
Whoever shoots the bigger buff does not have to dress up for that podcast.
The person who shoots the bigger buff gets to choose what the other person has to wear for a podcast next year.
And we are right now we are shaking hands.
We have thousands of witnesses.
And it's on video.
Yes, it is.
It's on video. We are shaking hands.
Yep.
So there we go.
Okay. All right. Set it in stone. Mm-hmm. It's good. Mm-hmm. All right. On to your resolutions, Matt.
All right. I would love to shoot a fish somewhere north of Wisconsin.
Oh, that's a great resolution.
We always go south.
Yep, we do.
Or we go west. Mm-hmm. Or we go east. Mm-hmm. We never go north.
No. But, Matt, what's further north than Wisconsin?
Canada.
Oh.
Canada?
Ooh. Some big old Canadian golden tankers would be just
that would
awesome.
Be kind of cool.
Yeah, and we've got some things
we're working on it
in place here. We've got some sales reps up in Canada now that we're working with up there, and they have some connections to some guides and some guys who are on the water all the time, and there's all these big carp up there that nobody's shooting. So maybe we can make that work for this year. That would be spectacular.
That'd be kind of interesting taking the old AMS boat, the fan boat, across the border there and having them wonder what we are doing.
Yeah, Matt's getting freaking text messages here. It is ding-donging in my ears here. Yeah, that would be awesome.
This is actually a text from somebody that I'm going to bring up here in a little bit.
Oh, okay. Okay. Gotcha.
It's got an amazing stat that is going to just blow all of your minds.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. All right. That's going to be later in the podcast?
Yeah, I'm going to bring that up here shortly.
I gotcha. I gotcha. So back to me, a resolution of mine, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So this one kind of more dives into what I do here at the shop a lot. It's not necessarily an on the water, shoot a fish type of deal. One of the things I want to do here, from the word go of us assembling things in the shop, efficiency is the number one goal. Make this stuff come in and out of here as soon as we possibly can. That affects every aspect of everything in a business, is how fast you can make your product. Not how fast, but also what the quality is and how efficient you can be at that. I want to dive in to some of our bigger processes. We're building tons of reels every year. We're making tons of bows, MegaMouths, everything. I want to see a 5% efficiency increase across the board from 2024. Now, we're very good. We're constantly working on this, but I want to make us even better.
More streamlined.
Yes, more streamlined. You guys, I mean, when you guys place an order, it's shipping out of here the next day. That part we cannot improve on. But just as far as us getting stuff done in the shop, I just want to be better than we were in 24. So that's my second resolution for 2025.
Nice. My next one is I've always wanted to do this. I've never done it. I've looked into it. I want to bowfish for tuna.
Oh my gosh. Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Huh.
I want to bowfish for tuna.
Okay. Do you know some people that could help you shoot some tuna?
Possibly.
Oh, really? Wow, we're just full of all kinds of hints and little secrets on this podcast.
I've been looking into this probably 7 years ago.
Really?
I first started looking into it.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that would be awesome. I do love that show, Wicked Tuna. Oh, my God, I love that show.
Now, the ones that we would be shooting would not be that big.
Right.
you know?
Yeah.
Okay.
I
don't think there's, I mean, look how long it takes them to get that up on a giant
with 500-pound braid.
Rod.
Yeah, right.
And you harpoon it and all that stuff. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So. That's awesome. That's awesome. Last one, Matt. It's going to hit us home right here for me. I just want to make this podcast as good as it possibly can be. After seeing, we get that. We shared it on our social media platform, seeing our stats from 2024. It still blows me away how well this podcast does. I mean, just the amount of listens that we get. I'd have never thought of it from you and me starting down in that spare office, speaking into a solo snowball microphone. It's really cool, but I want to upgrade our mic system. We've been even talking about some different microphone systems that we could use to make it a little bit easier. I'd love to incorporate some kind of, I see a lot of different podcasts that when they have somebody on, they have footage of the individual that they're calling.
Yes.
You know?
So we're
working on some of that stuff, but I want to make this, we've been gifted this blessing of this podcast, and I just want to take it and run. I just want to see what this can turn into. It's so cool. And I just want to improve what we're doing up here, every week during the season and every other, and once a month during the slower time of the year. So,
and we thank all of our listeners out there because it's been a fun ride.
Oh yeah, it's a blast. It's my favorite hour of the week when we get to come up here.
You have no idea, but I had no idea you were saying that. I had no idea that you were saying that.
Okay.
I have something here after I get done doing my last resolution.
Okay.
I have something for you on exactly what you were talking about.
Okay.
So my last one, Schmitty, I've always had this dream, and I know that they're out there. My dream is to shoot a freshwater fish over 100 pounds.
Okay. Yep. I figured that's where we're going to go with that.
I've been in the high 80s, 89s, I 100-pound freshwater fish.
And you're going to break that down to?
Excluding alligator gar.
Okay. Gotcha. Yeah. Sure. So I know, but for the listeners, which two species would you be thinking of in those categories?
Big head or buffalo? If
you had to choose one of the two. If you were on the deck of the boat and you look to your left.
I know what it is. It's 100%. I know what it is right now.
And there's a 100-pound big head. And then you look to your right and there's a 100-pound buff. Which one are you shooting?
The buff.
Really? You're going to go big buff. Okay.
Just because here recently there have been a 100-pound carp shot.
Oh.
But there's not very many 100-pound buffs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100-pound big heads. There's been 100-pound big heads, you're saying? Yeah.
Yes.
Yep. Yep. Okay.
Cool. I would. I don't care what it is, but a 100-pound buff would be more special to me.
Yeah, that would be cool. That's awesome. That's awesome.
All right.
Well, there's our resolutions. Hopefully we can knock them all out of the park.
So now what you just said about the podcast and all that stuff is really cool.
Okay.
This right here was from 2019.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Bowfishing Buzz podcast presented by AMS Bowfishing. My name is Matthew, and I am here with my good buddy D. Schmitty, and this is all about bowfishing, man.
Oh my, it's so bad, man.
It's what we love to do. It's what you love to do. You ready to kick off this 2019 season there, D. Schmitty?
I'm ready. Let's roll.
All right, we're gonna be talking, tournaments, funny stories, fishing stories, ones that got away. So let's kick it off.
For sure. All right, so I think how this could go, Matt. There's not a lot of bowfishing podcasts out there, to be honest with you. I'm always listening to hunting and fishing podcasts.
Yep.
I think we could bounce questions off each other, embellish on them a little bit, and just kind of fill that little bit of a niche that is open for a bowfishing podcast.
I don't think I hit puberty yet.
I think we're going to wrap this up here. Thank you guys for listening. This is the first of many. Next week, I think we should come up with another one.
I think we should. I think we should get our listeners. They're probably gonna want to hear some more stuff.
For sure.
So absolutely, let's do it.
All right. Thank you guys for listening, and we will talk to you guys next week. Thanks.
Oh my gosh. Why are we talking? We're like so quiet. It's like we don't want to wake a sleeping baby or something.
We were talking to a single snowball mic at that time.
And can I ask why you're like talking like in a sexual tone? Hey, everybody, welcome back to the Bowfishing Buzz. I'm Matthew.
We love it. You love it. We all love it.
Oh. Holy cow. Yeah, that's tough
That
to
was
listen
January 2019, our very first podcast.
Oh, my gosh.
Yep.
5 years. Almost 6 years now.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yep.
I'm glad you pulled that up. That's pretty cool. That's pretty neat. Yeah, we've come a long way based off listening to that. Wow. If anyone listened to that, I apologize. Thanks for sticking with us for this long, but okay. Yeah.
All right, Derek. So before my phone buzzed and you said, that's Matt's phone. He's getting snaps or texts and stuff.
Yep.
I have a crazy achievement. Oh.
What?
Oh, hold on. My phone is ringing, fellas.
Oh, boy.
My phone is ringing here.
Interrupted again.
Interrupted.
What do we got
Let's
calling
see here. Hello, this is the Bowfishing Buzz. Who do we have here?
Matthew and the Kranky.
Oh,
he's
my
back.
goodness, folks.
Kranky.
We've got Kranky the Carp joining us.
Oh.
Kranky, how are you doing? It's been a long time, buddy.
I'm doing good, Matt. Sitting down here in the bottom. Found me a Coors Light. Cracked it open. Waiting for 2025.
That's right, Kranky. That's right, because we are talking about resolutions for 2025.
Yes, we are.
And, wow, I bet you have some amazing resolutions because last time we talked to you.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah.
We don't know what happened between you and Heather. You were heading down. You were actually down there. You went through the locking dams and went down the Mississippi River to meet up with Heather that you found on Finder.
Yep. She cheated on me, Matt.
Oh.
No more Heather.
Oh.
She found one of them butterfly carp. Long, look like Fabio.
Wow.
Really?
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, Kranky.
Broke my heart. My heart. Spent some time down there in Kentucky playing with some big heads.
Yeah.
Headed back to Mississippi, up to Mississippi, and I'm back in Wisconsin where I truly belong.
Wow. He's all the way back.
We welcome you back to the beautiful state of Wisconsin and the river that you're in right now. And I mean, I'm bummed, man. I feel terrible for you, Kranky.
That's too bad. Oh.
Yeah. Them butterfly carp are gorgeous, Matt. They got them long fins, Now I got these big round scales. Just I can't compete.
Yeah.
So I'm back on the market, gonna wait for the spring. You know what I'm saying?
I got you. So
right now, just sitting here. I think Jody Bukaki's above me right now, perch fishing. I see
no!
the flatworm bobbing up and down. I know it's him. He's the only crazy one in this thin ice. He's up there. It's got to be Jody Bukaki.
Yeah, he does love his perch fishing down there. I know that. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Kranky, do you ever get up into Lawrence Lake at all on the Mississippi River? Because if you do, you got to have a hard time swimming around because there's got to be like a million lines under the ice right there.
You know, I got hooked up there a little while
Yeah.
back, Matt. Got a sore mouth, but I got off that light line, you know. Little wax worms that just, it was like, you know, I'd be like donating a moon pie right in front of your face, you know,
exactly.
dangling it right there. I opened up, sucked it in. I had that line squealing, got wrapped up a little bit, but I'm not going up there no more. I'm down here where Jody, but gosh, I know it's him. I can hear that airboat every once in a while when he brings that up.
Oh, boy. You know what, Kranky? I bet you when that guy hooked you that was up above the ice, I bet you he thought he had a 30-pound or, a 30-inch walleye on or something like that.
Oh, yeah, big northern, one of them big northern.
Yes.
That lay up in there, yeah. No, it was me.
Oh,
It was all me.
I bet you gave that guy a thrill.
I'm sure. Never did find out. I was not swimming towards the light, Matt. I was going as fast as I can downstream.
That's right.
You know, it's a lot easier to get away from them guys than it is you guys with those lights.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah, you got to look up for those lights. Yes. That's a dangerous area to be in.
Don't go to the light.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Never go near the lights. You know, I don't know if I'm going to do my own podcast down here one day and just teach these carp, because you guys are getting smarter and smarter up there with those bows. I mean, I've already seen you guys with big holes in the ice. We go up there to get some of that oxygen.
Yes.
There goes my buddy.
Yes.
Right towards the light.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. We'll get you any way we can, honestly.
Look, Kranky, do you have any resolutions that you were thinking about, or you got any New Year's, parties that you're going to under the ice there?
Yeah. The resolution is lay off fender. No more fender for me.
Okay.
Lay off the fender. And I'm just going to be a big fat common down here. And when the spring comes, I'm going to swim with those ladies and take one off to the side, and butter up in them lily pads and spawn and do it all over again. I'm not going to be a one carp.
There you go, Kranky. That's more like you.
Carp. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Find yourself a nice hometown girl for sure.
No, he's gonna.
Every time I do, you guys shoot her. That's the problem.
Yes,
I gotta find a lake. Maybe you guys could show me around a little bit. I'll jump in your tub.
Yes.
Show me a lake that doesn't get shot out, like Dexter Lake. I hear a lot of big things about Dexter. Nobody bowfishes it.
No. Those fish are stained. They camouflage themselves on that lake.
Yeah.
To totally disappear in that stained water.
Yeah, I believe that. How about you? You guys got any resolutions out there for bowfishing?
Kranky, I'm going to need your advice on this, because one of my resolutions is I want to shoot a freshwater fish over 100 pounds.
You're in the wrong state, Matt.
Well, we have a 98-pound buff.
I know the guy.
You do?
Ooh.
And I believe he's on the AMS staff. Lance Brantley.
Oh, yes.
That guy is all over the internet.
Yes.
We got pictures in all the bars down here. If you see him and his boat swimming the other way. Well, that's how it was in Kentucky.
Yes.
Those big heads are scared of him, Matt. It's almost like a fly scared of a fly swatter. They see the boat coming and they know it's Lance. They boil up and down they go. Crazy. But I'll tell you, Matt, you give that gentleman a call, bet you get you 100-pounder.
I'm going to hold you to that now. I'm going to hold you and Lance to that now. Yes.
Don't hold me. Lance is a good guy. He never shoots at me. You don't like the comments.
Right.
He likes big heads.
Yes. Yep. Well, Kranky, what do you weigh right now? What weights are you running right now?
Well, man, I've dropped a little since that long swim back. I'm in that low 30s right now. Low 30s.
Oh, that's
pretty good for a male.
That's pretty good size right there. Yeah, that's really good.
The holidays, the cookies and that kind of stuff. Just and then I find these cans bobbing around all the time, litter bugs, and I go up there and bring it down and we crack them open. Good old Coors Light.
There you go. Yeah.
So no more fender.
No more fender for me. And I really don't have any other resolutions, Matt. I'm not one of those carp that, talk a big game on the first, the second, and then go back to being me on the third. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I'm just cranky.
All right. You got any big underwater parties coming up for New Year's?
No. It's awfully dark, cold down here.
Okay.
We kind of just sit around. We're really lethargic. this time of year.
All right.
It'd be great if New Year's was in May. Ho, ho, the party's then.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
okay.
The ladies
All right.
be swimming out there,
Yeah.
showing us their fins, their
Yeah.
scales popping out. You know what I'm saying, Matt?
Oh.
But not this time of year. Very lethargic. We're very lethargic this time of year.
Slowing down.
Yeah.
Yep.
I thought maybe you guys would all travel and head below a dam and hang out on the rocks down there with the catfish and the perch and the sturgeon and have a big old New Year's Eve bash party.
Nope.
Nope.
Not me, Matt.
Not you.
Them are the old days. Getting up in
okay.
age, you know.
I got you.
I'm getting up in age. Them young carps are down there. You can go down there right now.
Yep.
Get your bow fishing boats and go down there below those dams and get a little warm weather.
Yeah.
Them idiots are swimming all over the place, nice and slow.
Right.
Us big boys in the deep water watching Jody Bukaki drown in worms.
Oh, man.
You know, Kranky, if I am up after midnight, it's because I have to take a pee this New Year's. I'm getting that old, you know.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, well, all right, Kranky, we'll let you get back, and I'm so glad that you are back in Wisconsin.
Yeah, can't wait to see you.
I'm heartbroken for you that Heather went off with another fish with you, especially that butterfly ray. You know, I can kind of see why, because like you said, those butterfly ray or carp are very nice. Mm-hmm. And nice looking.
Oh, them long fins. I wish I looked. I'm telling you, look like Fabio. I don't blame her.
Yeah.
I got to be honest. I'm not the greatest good-looking carp as I once was, you know?
Yeah.
I think Toby Carp made a song, I'm not as good as I once was, or something. That's Toby Carp.
Toby Carp. Yep.
Well, cool deal. Well, Kranky, you have a great New Year's, and we'll catch up to you close to the spawn of next year, huh?
This was fantastic. I'm so glad you guys are still doing good. Haven't been checking out the ratings. I'm telling you, this cold snap in the winter months, us carp just don't do a whole lot. Not as exciting down here. It's awfully dark all day long, all night long. You know, and every once in a while we watch one of them perch right towards the light.
Up they go.
You guys are all into that ice fishing stuff, and you got that fancy equipment. I see all kinds of stuff hanging and dangling down here. Cracks me up.
Absolutely.
Live scope. I just go up and I give them the fin, you know, get away from me.
You're teasing those guys with those live scopes.
Oh, yeah. They're thinking you're a big old walleye down there.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You tell that Jody Bukaki every once in a while, drop a hot dog down that hole. You know what I mean? Let me have a little snack.
There you go.
There's not a whole lot of food down here this time of year.
Yeah.
I will talk to Jody and see if he can help you out that way. And you stay warm down there, and we'll see you next year, Kranky.
Happy New Year's to all the AMS guys and girls. You tell the Brahms, thank you for allowing me to be on the podcast in 2024. I'll tell you, 2025 is going to be great, Matt. As soon as it warms up, I'm telling you now, I'm going to have a meeting with these males, and we're going to push them females in a little earlier this year. Give you guys a chance.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
Good to know.
Carp Almanac is saying we're going to spawn a little earlier this year.
Okay. Interesting. You heard it here first.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. That's good to know, Kranky. We appreciate the intel right there, buddy.
Not a problem.
All right, Kranky.
Smitty, Matthew, you guys have a wonderful evening. Don't drink a little too much, and remember, this is what I live by. I never drink and swim, Matt. Never drink and swim.
That's a good thing, Kranky.
Right here.
Yep.
I got a big old log over here. Got me some lilies over here that are just starting to sprout up on the bottom, and it's a nice spot. Some minnows going by every once in a while. I'm going to hang out here all night, bring in the new year.
All right. Well, we wish you the best Happy New Year there, and we'll keep in touch, buddy.
Thank you, guys. Remember, don't shoot them all.
All right. We'll see you, Kranky.
Well, that was a surprising
man, we
call
haven't
right
seen
there.
him for a couple months.
No.
Yeah, that's too bad. That Fender, man, I tell you what, that's a goose chase.
It got him on that. But, I mean, you know, Heather just saw that butterfly swim
saw
by
those big, long fins and those colors. Couldn't help herself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yep. Well, I tell you what, Matt, with this cold weather and snow, what's the first thing that comes to your head when I say snow, ice, blizzard, awful weather?
Ice fishing?
Nope, not quite. I was thinking that the ATA show would be the first thing that comes into your head.
Yeah.
I swear that show is cursed.
Yeah, it is.
Every year, terrible weather.
We'll see what happens.
We'll be heading down to that here Monday next week.
Yeah, Monday.
Oh my gosh.
6 days we're heading to Indianapolis for the ATA show.
Yeah, we'll be down there from the 6th through the 10th or 11th, I think we're going to
leave on Monday, we come back Saturday.
Yeah. Show ends Friday. So we'll be down there doing that. It's always cool to go down there and see what everybody else is bringing to the archery industry. Bunch of new product there. Remember the weather last year driving back? Dude, I don't know how you drove.
Yeah.
That was wild.
It was a whiteout.
It was like 50-mile-an-hour winds. Yeah. That was the worst part of it.
Yeah.
That was crazy. That was crazy. But
fun drive.
Yeah, we'll be down there.
Illinois.
Yeah. Yeah. You want to tell everybody, Matt, we've talked a little bit about our fantasy football league, which just wrapped up.
Yeah.
The Bowfishing Ninjas fantasy football results. You want to let everybody know how we fared in the playoff division?
You finished 4th.
Yeah.
I finished 6th.
Yeah.
We both made the playoffs, but Kevin. Team CDs. He had CD Lamb on his team.
Yep.
He ended up taking first place.
He scored like 200 points in his every playoff game. He just
did a good
caught
job.
fire.
I mean,
oh my gosh.
He did a good job.
Yeah, he's good. He made the right moves at the right time. So
and Bobber took 2nd here.
Yep.
Who had a record of 5-9.
Yeah, he got hot at the right time.
He did.
Yep, 100%.
Joe Burrow was his quarterback, and man,
oh my gosh, it was crazy.
The last 4 weeks, he was on fire.
Yeah. Yep. I remember sitting there on draft night in August, and Bob's drafting his team. I remember thinking to myself, like, this dude's gonna suck.
Yeah.
And he goes and he gets to the championship round.
Yep.
So,
and then Claire took 3rd.
Claire took 3rd,
and she also won the regular season
prize. Yep. She ended like 13-1 in the regular season. She had but then she lost her first round.
Yep.
That's tough. It's the way it goes. It's the way it goes.
And now, before Kranky called, I was going to tell you about this incredible stat.
Oh gosh, yes. Okay.
All right. Wayne Swim.
Yeah. Oh, Wayno.
Buddy of ours. Shot in tournaments with him. He helped us in the past at the ATA show when we had shooting lanes. He's been part of our pro staff teams. He competed in several AMS Big 20s. Actually won the 3rd annual back in 2013 with Cole Whitehead and Shot Willett.
Okay. Yep.
And listen to this now.
Okay.
So this month, Wayne completed year 16 of shooting at least one fish every month.
Oh my gosh.
Year 16.
Oh my gosh, that's insane.
Of shooting a fish in every month. That's a streak of 192 months.
Oh my gosh.
Of shooting a fish.
That's crazy. That is wild. When he started this, I was 10 years old.
Yeah. He has
oh my
not
gosh,
missed a
Wayne.
month.
Hats off to you,
16
dude.
years.
That is awesome.
That's incredible.
Cool. Yep.
Wayne, oh buddy, this is for you, man.
Yes.
Wow.
Big round of applause.
I think we need to have Wayne on
and
and take us through that journey of doing that, because I see here in December he shot a carp. He said that wasn't swimming very fast, but he got his one fish.
Gotcha. I'd be curious to know, like, was it ever July 30th? And
how close he was.
How close has he been to not being able to do it?
Right.
Has he done it on the last day of the month at any point? That is crazy. That's really cool.
192 months of shooting a fish.
Wow.
At least one fish every month.
Oh, Wayno. That's crazy.
That's cool.
That's cool. That's very cool. That is a heck of a stat. Good Lord. Good Lord. That's awesome.
Yep.
Very cool.
We're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to be back with your 2025 resolutions and a couple questions.
E-FISH-N-SEE Bowfishing Lights by Outdoor Innovations USA. A color tone adjustable and dimmable light with a unique patented reflector design that puts more light where you need it. E-FISH-N-SEE Bowfishing Lights offer 3 different models: the 65-watt single-color economy light, the 65-watt E-FISH-N-SEE V2 tricolor dimmable light for maximum efficiency and versatility, and the 130-watt E-FISH-N-SEE Maximus, designed to be an all-out beast of a bowfishing light. E-FISH-N-SEE, designed and built by bowfishermen for bowfishermen. Check them out at OutdoorInnovationsUSA.com. Are you looking to elevate your bowfishing brand with stunning design solutions? Look no further than NDesigns. Their team of talented designers is dedicated to bringing your vision to life. Whether it's t-shirts, hats, leather products, eye-catching logos, to captivating boat wraps, they have you covered. Plus, with their commitment to excellence and attention to detail, you can trust that your project is in good hands. Don't settle for ordinary. Choose NDesigns for extraordinary results. Visit their website today and let's bring your ideas to life. NDesigns, where creativity meets excellence. And welcome back, everybody. We are now going to read off your guys' 2025 Bowfishing Resolutions. Yep. Like we said earlier, we asked you what they were yesterday. You guys commented on our social media posts, and there's some of these that are just fantastic. So we're going to share them with everybody. Mm-hmm. Maybe you'll hear someone else's 2025 resolution and think, well, that's what I want to do too.
Right.
I want to try to do that too.
Yep.
Setting goals like this can be very helpful.
Absolutely.
You got that goal in the back of your head. It's hard to get it out.
Yeah, you got to do that.
So we'll start off here, Matt.
Yep.
Landon Conley.
Mm-hmm.
Funny that I'm reading this one.
Perfect for you.
Says, I want to shoot a goldfish. Me
Boom.
too, brother. Me too. Cool.
I am sure that Landon will achieve that because him and his dad are all over bowfishing. Landon has a ton of youth records that we've been saying on the records there. So I'm sure that Landon will get his goldfish, and probably it'll be a youth record for Landon.
Yeah. Well, good luck with that, Landon.
Mm-hmm. Ben Gates. My resolution is to learn new spots to shoot fish and to shoot a 40-pound grassy in Wisconsin.
Oh, wow.
I hope you do that, buddy.
Me too.
Yeah. Because there's not a lot of grassies in Wisconsin, and that'd be a great achievement. Mm-hmm. Ben also has a question for us, Derek. He says, my question is, what's your guys' separate predictions on the exact weight that will win the AMS Big 20 in 2025?
Oh, boy. I'm trying to think what won last year. What was the winning weight last year? 5.
Over 6.
Was it over 6? Yeah, both 6s?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right, you go first.
Nope, you got to go first.
I got to go first?
You were talking about it first.
All right, so this year I am sensing deep in my soul that we are going to have some big fish shot this year.
Yep. It's in May.
It's in a prime time to shoot some fish. Now, something you got to take in mind here is that we have a 10 buff limit.
Yep.
So it's not just going to be a bunch of tanker buffs. You got to work, shoot them commons, shoot these other species so that you can get your 20 fish to weigh in.
Got to do a little work.
The winning weight will be 634.5 pounds. Book it.
Oh,
done.
634.
634.
Wow.
Yep, you heard it here
wow.
first. If you guys are out shooting in the Big 20 next year, and it's 2 a.m, and your rough weight of what you guys have is roughly 630, just quit, come right back, because you won, because I know that's going to be what the weight is.
Okay, very interesting.
Okay. You're going to go higher than me, aren't you?
I went back and looked.
Oh, see, this is unfair.
I went back and looked since we switched it to the Big 20.
Okay.
Of course, before that, we had a Big 30, which, of course, put the weights over 700 pounds and almost 800.
Yep.
Since 2019, I averaged out what we had for weights, and my guess would be 546.83 pounds. But because the tournament, like we said, is going to be in May, I'm going to be adding an additional 40 pounds onto that, Schmitty, and my final answer is 586.83 pounds.
586. So we've got a 50-pound difference, roughly, between our two predictions. 634 and 580.
That's one buff. That's one big buff.
Right. Yep. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right, there you go, Ben.
Yep, there you go.
That's our separate
There's
predictions.
our separate predictions.
Right there. All right, cool. Next one here, Kenny Wheeler. Kenny wants to shoot fish in Kentucky and South Louisiana.
I've seen Kenny in Kentucky.
Oh. So he's lying to us.
I don't know if he is or not, but I see him every year at the Jared Ashmore.
Maybe Kenny lives in Kentucky and shoots Louisiana all the time, and he just wants to do it again this year.
Kenny lives in Texas or Oklahoma or something like that.
Okay.
But he could be just the captain because he always brings his granddaughter.
Oh, okay.
And before that, he used to bring his son Kenny, who was a past BAA youth championship.
Okay, gotcha.
And now he's bringing his granddaughter down there for that event. Awesome. So maybe he's just guiding her around.
Sure.
I would think that though while they're out scouting and stuff, he's just popping a couple fish.
Kenny's trying to trick us. Kenny the trickster.
Yeah. Yep. James Hauser to become a board member of our state's Bowfishing Association. And James lives in Minnesota.
That's a great goal.
Great.
That's awesome.
Awesome. Very cool.
Yeah, we need people like that to want to take control of individual state programs like that. That's fantastic.
Hats off to you.
Randy Woodward, a good old Randy.
Oh, yeah.
We know him well.
The legend.
His goal, I like this one, to bowfish with Matthew for once. And he also says, for better outdoors, take a kid hunting and fishing. It's our future. That is the truth.
I would absolutely love to share the deck with Randy.
Yeah.
He's been on our podcast here. I think he was on this year. Yeah, he was on this year.
Yep.
And Randy is one of the legends when it comes to bow fishing.
Absolutely. Yep.
We talked about his running the BA Youth Worlds down in Oklahoma.
Yep.
And he's won a lot of tournaments that he's competed in. Randy's one of the goats in bow fishing.
Mm-hmm.
So
been doing it a long time.
I would love to share the deck with you, Randy, sometime. Mm-hmm. Then we got Frankie Caruso.
Love that name.
Ours is a push out of our comfort zone. Big bodies of water or new states.
Yeah. I like that first part of that. Push out of our comfort zone. That's so big. With really any goal in life, you've got to push your limits and explore where you're not comfortable. Same with bow fishing.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
You know, speaking of that, Derek, comfort zone.
Mm-hmm.
I remember the first couple of years when Cindy and Jeff finally gave me the reins to take the truck and the boat and do our stuff out of state.
Yep.
And I would be out of state in big bodies of water.
Oh, yeah.
Table Rock Lake, and where I had no idea where I was going, and you're back in it's snakes and it winds and stuff. And I remember, out scouting for tournaments back then, and having fog settle in, and being out of your comfort zone.
Oh, I bet.
Driving back and just looking at your GPS unit and having to navigate that water in the dark where you can't see much at all.
Right.
Running up rivers where there's channel markers and all that stuff. And back then we didn't have the GPS units that we have now.
Right. Yep.
And that was out of my comfort zone. I remember the first couple of times. It took a long time to get used to running at nighttime and being safe while doing that. It was out of my comfort zone for sure.
Oh, I believe it. Mm-hmm. I believe it. Mm-hmm. Next one here is from Dalton Driver. My question is, what do you think it takes to make a winning competitive team in tournaments? I want to approach this one, Matt. Let's go every other. Let's you give an example of what you think it takes for a winning tournament, and we'll bounce off each other.
Yep.
All right. Let me go first.
Yep.
Let me go first. Dalton, one thing you got to have, and I don't mean to sound like I'm a pro tournament shooter. I don't shoot. Matt, you've shot obviously more tournaments than I have, but something that I have seen, something that I hear all the time, you have to have such trust and camaraderie within your group of guys that's on that team. For example, if a guy's having an off night shooting, you can't jump down his throat to, saying, hey, dude, what are you doing? That is not going to help the situation. Nope. You got to have trust and camaraderie and just and truly believe in everyone that's on that team. And if that's not the case, then some changes might have to be made in order for that to be achieved.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I'm going to go ahead and say one of the things that makes a team very competitive and very good is that team sticks together for many, 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 many years.
Yep.
Especially, I'm going to point this out more towards Big 20 teams versus numbers.
Okay.
Just because areas that hold bigger fish, those larger fish that you're after for the Big 20 weights, are probably not as common as places that hold large numbers of smaller fish for number shooters and stuff like that.
Sure. Yep.
And keeping those spots a secret. I mean, you can't go there and fun fish those areas.
Right.
You just leave those spots alone.
Yep. For money night.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. So having teammates, like I said, that you work with for a long time, and you guys, one of the teams that I can think of right now off the top of my head is Team Descalin.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Ryan Devine and their whole team has been stuck together for several years. They don't say much.
No.
At all.
Right. Yep.
That mouth is zipped.
Yeah. Because how many times have we seen it, Matt, just here in Wisconsin with tournament teams that we know that one year one guy breaks away and he's on a different team, and then all of a sudden, guess what? All your spots that you would shoot originally, now you've got another team that knows all about those spots.
Yeah.
And if that disperses 2 or 3 times, you're out of areas that other people don't know about.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's each give one more. You got one more?
Yeah.
One of mine, and this is a tough thing from just a mental and physical standpoint. A lot of times, you travel these tournaments, scouting. Got to get your scout time in, whether that be a rotation between your guys of who's scouting, or if you have multiple boats scouting, just putting time in on the water. Yeah. I always think back to when we had Lance on the podcast, and he told us about like his schedule the week before of how many hours he was on the water and how many times he's trailering the boat.
Yep.
And it's ridiculous. But you know what that gets, Lance? A lot of really big fish and high places at tournaments. Putting the time in, I mean, just living on the water is one of the ways that you can get a notch above everyone else. Just putting in that extra work.
Yep, absolutely. I would say dedication. Yep, you can go and shoot tournaments, have a good time, and scout for 2 nights, 3 nights, and have a good time and be out there. To be the top competing teams in the U.S. Open, in the AMS Big 20, in the Muzzy Classic, in the Cajun 8, you have to have the drive to not just want to go there and shoot in those tournaments. You have to have the drive there to go to win those tournaments.
Right.
Now, don't get me wrong. There is absolutely nothing wrong with you going to a tournament to have a good time and to enjoy it and enjoy the atmosphere.
Yes, absolutely.
That's what it's all about.
Yes.
But if you want to take it to that next level, now it becomes dedication and a lot of money being spent for not a lot of return.
Yep.
To be able to say that you're one of the best teams in the nation.
It's a high risk, high reward situation. For sure.
Dedication to take it to that next level. And to win worlds against the best teams, to win the AMS Big 20, to compete against 120 other boats out there. Dedication.
Oh, yeah. I think that's something,
Trust.
too, that teams might see. They might see so-and-so wins the U.S. Open. Oh, well, gosh, they got lucky. No, they didn't. Sure, there's a little bit of luck mixed in, but, I mean, 99 times out of 100, those are the teams that are just... Everything is so efficient in what they do on the water. They know each other. They know what side of the boat they want to be on. Everything down to a T of where an arrow is in case they break an arrow off to get them back up on the deck in as little time as possible. It's really a well-oiled machine when you see these guys that are consistently placing high in these tournaments. Yep. So, well, there you go, Dalton.
There's a couple of them for you. Then we've got Bryce Burlock. He wants a resolution. He wants to shoot some sort of color-phased big head.
Yeah.
Hey, Chihuahua.
Wouldn't that be? That's fantastic.
Yes. Yeah.
I think that's a goal a lot of guys would love to cross off the old bowfishing bucket list.
Yep. An albino. I've seen one my whole.
Really?
Yeah, I saw a gold big head.
Really?
Below the dam, and he sunk by the time. I mean, we could see him plain as day.
Daytime?
Yeah. Yep. And there was a ton of silvers on the surface, and he popped up for 3 to 4 seconds.
Oh, my gosh.
Went back down, and that was the last that I saw of him.
I bet you the ensuing 5 or 10 minutes of being in that area were pretty suspenseful. Seeing if he pop back up again.
It was just nobody moved. It was just quiet.
Yep.
And he never did pop back up. Never saw him again.
That's cool. The legend of the golden big head.
Yep.
We got Chris Lapp here. His goal is to not shoot so many stumps.
That'll get you, man. Those dang stumps will get you.
Yep.
You know,
that's a good one, Chris.
One thing that those will always get you on is, I noticed that if you're on a river early in the season, there's a lot of flow.
Oh, sure.
And at nighttime, you can't tell how fast you're going.
Yeah. Yep.
And all of a sudden, there's an object there underwater, and there's a little bit of ripple, and it looks like it's moving away from you, but you're actually moving away from it.
Yep.
It's like, oh, punk.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep.
Turn around.
Yep.
Tammy Baker says new species. Looking for snakehead in the east and going to shoot some good old Maryland rays up there too. Can't come soon enough.
That sounds like
there
fun.
You go, Tammy. We hope you have
got a fun season in store.
Yeah.
Yep. We got Lakey, Justin Ray here.
I love that name.
Yep. Try to finally get a 40-pound comet and have a replica made for the wall. Came close last year with a 38.2.
Yep.
That's awesome. And I'm guessing we're going to put up a picture, man.
Yeah, here's a picture here of
he says he includes a picture of his 38.2 pounder. That's awesome. That's a big fish. That's a good goal.
I'm curious as to why Lance Wheeler has never taken you to his big common carp honey.
To his honey hole.
Yes. Yeah. Mark Matheny. Get my butterfly ray.
Ooh.
Got 3 species of rays, but yet to get a butterfly. You need to hook up with my good old buddy Corey Brosman.
Yeah.
Brosman Boys Bowfishing.
He'll help you with that for sure.
That's where I got my butterfly ray.
Yep. Yep. I think Stephen Lee has one here that we can all share here. Stephen says that he just wants to get out more.
There you go.
I agree.
Get her
with
done,
you.
Steve.
Absolutely. Let's just get out on the water.
Get on the water and get out and have some good times.
Yep.
Tyson Murphy, introducing more family to it. There you go. Awesome. I remember.
So cool.
I remember taking out my girls when they were, young and in their 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 years old and getting them out on the water and good memories because they're both gone and out of the house now and we had some great times. So yes, Tyson, that's a great thing to want to introduce more family to it.
Yeah, that's awesome. This one here is from Andrew Shirado. This is a pretty well-written one right here.
Yes.
Andrew says he wants to continue to advance regulations in North Dakota. In 2024, Andrew got channel cats legalized on the Missouri River system and northern pike legalized during dark house spearing season.
Nice.
In 2025 and beyond, who knows what we can get changed.
There you go.
Andrew says he's always loved taking youth, first-timers, veterans, and first responders out on these fun trips. He says, my personal goal is to shoot fish in at least 2 new states and a couple of new species.
Love it.
That's
I
cool,
love it.
Andrew. You got your head in the right place with that stuff. That's
great job on working
cool.
on those regulations out there in North Dakota.
Yep.
That is one state that absolutely boggles my mind.
Yeah.
Devil's Lake.
Oh yeah, the fisheries out there are built for tanks.
I had visions and dreams of going to Devil's Lake and seeing 45-pound common swing around in that body of water, and there's none.
Yeah, I know.
Blows my mind.
I go up there almost every winter perch fishing.
Yeah.
And I go with some guides up there.
Yeah.
When you mention common carp, it is like you are talking about a forbidden word.
Oh.
And I don't blame them. They're scared that those fish are going to get up there and
believe that.
ruin their livelihood of guys coming up there in the winter to catch perch.
Yeah.
But it is crazy that a lake that size, it is humongous.
Right.
That it does not have a sustainable population. That anyone knows of, I should say, but I have never heard of reports.
Because South Dakota is just, carp on steroids.
Matt's losing it.
Oh, gosh. And then I was thinking of, okay, we're going to go to North Dakota now. We're going to go to Devil's Lake and see some absolute studs because I never hear anybody talk about that. Now I know why.
Yeah. That is weird.
Wow. Wow. Here's one for you, Schmitty. Justin Cook. He wants to take Team On Tracks and Team Descalen's tournament winnings money.
Was to rob their wallets.
And also shoot a triple-digit big head.
Just like you. Yeah.
Yep. And be good enough to be on MegaMouth's pro staff.
Oh. I tell you what, Justin, we'll be reviewing the staff after the first of this year, so very, very soon. So that's very cool. Right. That's awesome. Good to know. Good to know. Jocelyn Teschner has to say, good friend of mine, she would love a chance to shoot new bodies of water and new species. She's hoping to get on the Mississippi River and possibly down to Kentucky for some big hits.
I love it.
That'd be awesome.
We hope you fulfill those resolutions there, Jocelyn.
That is one thing, the big head thing with people who have not shot them before. That experience is so different.
It is so different
than everything else that it is really cool when you experience it for the first time.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And then our buddy Kenny Wheeler responded again and says he wants to shoot fish in Wisconsin.
Oh.
So first it was Kentucky and Louisiana, and now he wants to shoot Wisconsin.
He's double dipping.
My suggestion, Kenny, come on up to the AMS Big 20, May 17th and 18th.
There you go.
And you'll have a blast.
Yes, you will. Yes, you will. That'd be cool. Very cool.
You will have a blast. Well, thank you all so much for submitting your resolutions and some of your questions there. I love them all. They're all great.
They're all good. They all kind of opened my own mind of like, hearing Andrew there, how much he's battling for North Dakota bow fishing out there. That's really cool.
Yes.
That's just awesome.
Great things that are
doing that.
Like I can't remember the gentleman's name that wants to become on the board of that state's Bowfishing Association and stuff. Great stuff. Yeah. Great stuff.
Very cool. Very cool. Hats off to everybody. Oh, I know what that noise is.
Oh boy. Here we go, fellas.
Get ready for Fish That You Wish.
All right, this fish comes to us out of a state that holds a record for having the greatest change in temperature in the shortest amount of time.
Oh, wow. Okay.
On January 22nd, 1943, the temperature went from -4 degrees to 45 degrees within 2 minutes.
What?
That's a 49-degree change in just 120 seconds.
What?
Wow. Nearly 500,000 motorcycle riders storming the highways on the backs of Harleys and custom bikes for the largest motorcycle rally in the world in tiny town of Sturgis.
Oh.
I'm talking South Dakota. This fish was shot by Dennis Stout on May 29th, 2021. With a length of 26.5 inches and a girth of 10.5 inches, this eel pout weighed in at 3.5 pounds.
Oh my gosh, that is awesome.
Oh. They actually said his name was Dennis Stout Burbot.
Wow.
But I couldn't say that because I didn't want to ruin it.
What
you knew the fish was.
Right, yeah. And that is a fish you wish you shot. Yeah. Matt and I have a little bit of a infatuation with these burbot. When we were out in Minnesota, Matt caught one, and it was the most beautiful looking fish we could have ever imagined. It tasted amazing. They fight like crazy. They got no backbones. They're just like an eel. Yeah. That's awesome. That is a good one. You said I'd like the fish you wish today, and you were spot on. That's
the reason that I brought that up is because Schmitty and I will be taking our ice fishing trip to Minnesota here.
Yes,
right after we get back from the ATA show up in Minnesota. So, eel pout, burbot, lawyer, freshwater cod, whatever you want to call them.
So many names. Yep.
Just a unique fish that is very cool.
It is. Absolutely.
Not much known about burbot.
Not really. And I remember you said you used to catch them all the time back in the day.
We used to catch them all the time. We used to go to Mille Lacs, 30 years ago. We used to go to Winnie, and we caught them all the time. And I remember the very first one I caught, we were fishing in Mille Lacs. We were sleeping in a sleeping house. We rented one.
Yep.
And we had rattle wheels on the side.
Yep.
And we were sitting there playing cards and stuff, and all of a sudden, little rattle wheels starts going,
Get all excited.
And we're like, oh, here we go, perch, or walleye, you know. Set the hook and pull it up in, and I pulled it up out of the water, and I was like, what the hell is this?
Yeah, probably a little freaky right away.
We cut the line. We didn't want to touch it.
Yep.
We literally cut the line, opened the door, and kicked out the door.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't know what they were.
Right.
We caught several of them.
Yeah. Yep.
They are
they're delicious.
Like you said, they're freshwater cod.
Yeah. Yeah.
You flay off their skin right there, and their back loin is just pure white, flaky fillet, boneless. Good stuff.
We had when we caught those, we had a mix of perch, bluegills, some walleyes, and then that burbot as well. And I remember when we were flaying them, that burbot's fillet was so white.
Yes.
It was so white compared to your traditional fish that you would love to eat.
Yeah.
And it was so flaky when we deep fried it. Oh, it was just to die for.
Right.
It was delicious.
And that to me is you think 3.5 pounds, big deal. That's impressive.
Yeah,
because everything that I know about burbot is they live in deep water.
Yeah, that's tough.
Even
to get
when
on
they
a fish
spawn,
like
they're spawning in 30 feet of water.
Yeah. Yep.
So to be able to shoot them with the bow, wow.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's cool.
Very cool. That's awesome. Way to end it, Matt. That's awesome.
Well, that wraps up episode 93 of the Bowfishing Buzz, brought to you by AMS Bowfishing and
MegaMouth Bowfishing as well. Sponsored by E-FISH-N-SEE Bowfishing Lights by Outdoor Innovations USA. NDesigns Leatherwork and Embroidery. Fantastic sponsors for the show.
Wow. Thank you all so much for a great 2024.
Yes.
We look forward, Schmitty, to an amazing 2025 on the water.
Yep.
Getting you your gear, getting it shipped out, customer service, awesome products made right here in the USA, right here at the shop.
Yep.
We love it. We hope you have a great New Year's. have some bush lattes, have some Fireball, but be safe. Get a designated driver.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yep. Have fun out there enjoying the New Year's. I'm going to be in bed.
Me too, probably.
Yep. But from all of us here at AMS Bowfishing and MegaMouth Bowfishing, thank you all so much. We wish you the best of luck. Happy New Year. We'll see you on the water in 2025. Remember, aim low
and think big. Thanks for listening, guys.
Woo!